The international break is only halfway done, and we have already had a full plate of news related to Newcastle United. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone, and welcome out to the Newcastle United Digest. My name is Adam Snyder, and we have a full plate of new news to deliver to you during this international break, and we're going to get right into it. We have some very notable international moments. We have some interesting things for the Saudi Mags are in Riyadh. The Saudi Mags are in Riyadh. The Lasses took over St. James Park, and we have a potential come and get me plea from Miggy. And of course, we have to talk about the possible final assignment for Premier League referee David Coote. There have been some very notable events for Newcastle United players while serving their countries on international duty this week. And we're going to start with England. Initially, only Anthony Gordon and Lewis Hall were named to the squad as England continued their Nations League campaign against Greece and Ireland during this international break. Some injuries did transpire, and Tino Livramento was also added to the squad. All three of them were in the starting 11 for the Ireland game on Sunday, and that was the very first time Newcastle has had three players in the England squad since 1997, according to the BBC. In 97, it was Alan Shearer, Rob Lee, and David Batty featuring for the Three Lions in a 2-0 win against Georgia. This time around, Gordon, Livramento, and Hall all featured against Ireland in a 5-0 win. And in that game, Anthony Gordon scored his very first senior goal for the Three Lions. Speaking of first goals, Sandro Tonali got his very first for Italy this week. He scored his on a simple rebound tap-in during their Nations League game against Belgium. On the opposite end of difficulty, skill, whatever you want to call it, Alexander Isak continued to do Alexander Isak things for Sweden. He scored an amazing goal in his Nations League match against Slovakia on Saturday. Isak's goal was a ball slightly out of his wheelhouse, but he still collected it and rifled it from within the 6-yard box past fellow mag Martin Dubravka. It was the deciding goal for Sweden as they beat Slovakia 2-1. For the rest of the squad, it was warm weather training time as they jetted off to Riyadh for some training and some fun in the sun, as well as a night of boxing. And no, I am not talking about the glitchy, pixelated images of a geriatric legend fighting a YouTube influencer. The main event in Riyadh was a WBA WBO cruiserweight bout where Gilberto Ramirez beat Chris Billum Smith to take both belts in the main event. While the lads were in Saudi Arabia, the Lasses took over St. James Park on Sunday as they hosted the Lady Saints of Southampton. They went down 1-0 in the first half, and they were able to split the points with the Saints in very, very dramatic fashion. In the 9th minute of second half injury time, Deanna Cooper scored Newcastle's goal to level it at 1-1, and that was the absolute last kick of the game. What a thriller. Another interesting story surrounding the first team squad is about Miguel Almirón. While in Paraguay, Miguel Almirón's agent expressed his frustration with the lack of playing time that Miggy has received during this campaign. Almirón has only played 254 minutes for Newcastle, and despite Eddie Howe insists that he is an integral player of the squad, he's been passed up for play on the right side by Anthony Gordon, Joe Linton, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock. If he's an integral player of the squad, why isn't he getting more time? To me, that seems like he is definitely on his way out. And this article released by the Chronicle sounds like a very clear come and get me plea for his client. Another club that has been seeking Miggy Almirón's signature is Argentinian club River Plate. Almirón has been a longtime admirer of the club, and if the economics and wages will make sense, I think this might be the place where Almirón ends up in January or next summer. Only time will tell, right? This isn't exactly Newcastle-related news, but it is definitely major Premier League news. It involves prominent Premier League referee David Coote. It is very possible that he has reffed his very final game in England The man in the middle for our most recent Carabao Cup final in 2023 has been removed from future assignments by the PGMOL, who assigns referees across England's football pyramid. To put it nicely, he was caught on camera using very choice words to describe former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp. It was a very bad four-letter word that starts with C. And I'm not going to play that video, but you can find it anywhere that you want to find it. A second video has allegedly emerged that is going to be a lot more incriminating than the first one. In this second video, he was allegedly snorting a white powder. And if the video is as bad as it sounds, it's highly doubtful that he will ever referee in England again. And that will do it for this episode. I hope that this has been a good consolidation of all the news that has been happening across the world of Newcastle United this week. And later this week, I will be previewing Newcastle's match at home to West Ham. And that match will take place on Monday the 25th. So until next time, this is Adam Snyder saying, "Away the lads, bye for now."